Mpumi told Liema she loves her, and Liema replied she loves her too. And both of them hugged and gave her a kiss. Then they parted their ways and said goodnight. But before this was happening after they had one crazy game night show. But before I come to that, I want to show these two sceneries. You can see one where Liema was seated outside. That was in the evening of yesterday when Mpumi and Jareed were in the pool and doing all the shenanigans. You could see Liema looking at them. Yeah, she did not react, but of course, it's not easy to take your eyes off there. Then the next one is when they were having their um games nights. Would I call it games nights? Or they have this kind of things and the night, okay, where the housemates, talked about each other, had good things to say about each other, and started one kind of play. I didn't know what they were doing. Partners, they were trying to grind partners, do all sorts of things. So you could see when Jared came to Mpumi and Liema still looked that direction. Even when she tried to remove her eyes and look at the other people beside her, her eyes still went back there. So I'm trying to say that Liema does more of she said something and she wouldn't do it. But at this time, I think she should play her game because even in the Get Night show, the guy spoke. Well, I'm going to talk about that so that I won't bore you guys with so much things in this video. Meanwhile, welcome back to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you've not subscribed. And welcome to a brand new day, guys. So yesterday after what happened between um not that something happened after Liema saw Jareed and Mpumi, because I won't be saying it's called because they are not hiding it anymore. So she called Jareed. She was the one that called Jareed, okay? I think Jareed was lying on the couch. She was the one that woke him and decided to have it was not like he was sleeping or just resting. She called him. They went into the locker room to have a conversation. And, as we were talking, they talked about a lot of things, Like Liema still continued talking about these boundaries. I said, isn't it high time we stopped all these boundaries things? What are we doing boundaries for? Jared is doing something, he's not hiding it anymore. He's trying to tell you this is his game. The handwriting is written all over the wall. So why the conversation? But guys, the heat of the conversation, they had this conversation. Meanwhile, before then, they still had a conversation. Okay, before the night, where Jared was like telling what was he even telling him? He said, as she said, conversation is over. Okay, so coming down to the locker room, they talked and talked. We're still talking about this boundary stuff, and you can see that Jared is not buying this your boundary stuff. He's not going to stop. So the best thing you can do is to play the game. Because if I'm to understand Mpumi's game, Mpumi is playing this game like I'm just doing what I want. I'm just doing what I want to do at this time. I am not looking at who is hot or who is not hot. I think what Mpumi is indirectly relating to Liema is that don't take anything serious. Still play your game, because yesterday she was dancing with Jared, and we've never seen Mpumi come to quarrel Jared because of Liema. But I can say that yes, I understand why all this is happening, because it's a confined space. You don't have anybody to run to. You don't have anybody to talk to. So you're just like, and when Liema came into the house, she bonded with Jared. So Jared is like one friend she knows. Jared is like that one person that you will say, this is my own. Okay, even if every other person goes against me, this is one person. But that's not the truth, guys. I'm going to come to that, because when the guys were penning sweet messages to her yesterday, you find out that lots of persons are solidly behind her and they are all seeing what is happening in the house. But our thing is, say a thing and stand by it. So in the course of that discussion, they were just talking, and you could see that Jared is not even ready to set your boundaries. Then Liena said, don't talk to me again, don't walk past me, act like you don't know me and all that. But guys, Did you know that? In fact, I was so happy. Did you know that when they were now having the show or whatever they were having last night, the guys were seated in one place, the ladies one side, and they were just like had good things to talk about. A guy will come, you send messages to the ladies. You guys need to see what happened. Though, let me say that that night was a kind of, like, call it reconciliation. They talked about a lot of things. We could see Z and Sinaye too. Sinaye carried Z up, like they made up. Then that was Liema and Jareed again, dancing and doing one kind of shenanigans. I say, you said one thing, it's not even up to 30 minutes. You're doing another thing. Don't talk to me again. Pass me like you don't know me. Pass me like, and you are doing another thing. So at this point, I think if this is a game, play the game. If this is a game, play the game. Let all these conversations end. Let all these setting boundaries end. Because if just play along the way Mpumi is playing along, you're feeling hot. Is your man okay? You met him before, but that's not the way Mpumi is seeing it. She's seeing it like we're all equal in this house. Nobody brought somebody in this house, and we all have a. And this particular girl has asked you. You told her you don't love Jared. You have somebody outside, though you haven't really started off with the person. You told Jared you have a relationship outside. So at this point, I think Liema should just stop calling Jared for conversation. That is just my own. Play along with him. You want to flirt with him. You want to do whatever you want to do. Since you say one thing, you can do another thing. Let's just be is the game. Let's just be that, yes, you are smart in your head, but just be playing that dumb game. But don't feel hot each time he's with Mpumi. Don't look at them. Don't react. Don't even care. Okay, just be yourself. Be who you are. Just like the guys have spoken to her. Be who you are. Be yourself. Walk with your shoulders high. You have a good heart. You're a nice person. You're a sweet soul. So just stop calling this young man so that he won't be feeling entitled or feeling like he's a boss. Because each time you keep calling him and coming of conversation, or you see him with Pumi, no, you can see that he's not ready to be tamed, and all you can do is just forget about him, allow him do whatever he wants to do, and you set your boundaries. And the way they were just playing all around last night, I love that Liema still respected herself even while she was playing with Willie. You could see that she wasn't really into it, even when young papi, if you see the way she pushed young papi. So I think she has already like put all her eggs in Jerry's basket, and that's why she's finding it very hard. But what I'm saying is, don't even talk. Don't even say I'm not going to speak with you again. Don't even say I don't want you around me again, because the next minute you see yourself going back there. All you can do, play your game. Don't talk to him. Don't talk. And for Mpumi, always, coming to say, "Yeah, I love you, this is this," and she's still doing what she's doing, meaning that she's indirectly teaching you a lesson. And all of the guys almost said it yesterday, take everything that is happening as a lesson. So we feel that this is actually a grooming period for her. With everything that has happened in the house, it's still going to help her in the outside world. So you guys, that's that for that. Let me know what you guys feel. I think I've mentioned lots of points here that Liema should stop calling out Jared for conversation. It's not making sense at this time. And that Mpumi vibing with her, trying to be cool with her, trying to act like a good sister, and you're still going around playing with her man, meaning that to Mpumi, she's not even seeing Jared as belonging to anybody. And to Mpumi, she's not looking at you as belonging to Jared, because you have told her you don't. So she also feels it's a game, and I just wish all of them can just play this game. If you feel you want to play the game like Mfumi, fine. You feel you don't want to play the game like Mfumi, then you don't. But the way Mpumi is going about it, I don't know. I don't know whether she doesn't know that she's hurting someone, or Liema hasn't told her that she's hurting her. But to her, of course, they've had conversation like sisters, like friends. So I think in this whole thing, Mpumi is, to her, she is playing a game, and she will still come back to like hug you, tell you I love you, I do this, and well, let's just we'll still follow them up post show, and let's see what happens after the show, whether they are going to come up and be good friends, or whether before the show ends, let's just see how it goes. Or is she intentionally doing this thing playing with Jareed. But I don't think it's to get at Liema now. I think she's just playing her game, catching for her fun, and doing what makes her happy. And that's it. Let me know what you guys feel. Bye.